Okay, for the rest of your lives, you're going to be reading in one form or another, whether that's textbooks, books for fun, or articles on the internet. You're going to have to read, and you're going to come across words that you have never seen before in your entire life. But that's no reason to panic. When you find a word you don't know, and if it's not critical to like your understanding of the sentence or the paragraph you're reading, sometimes you can just skip it. Other times, though, it's important that you know that word to understand the rest of the sentence and the rest of the paragraph. And so, what you do then, you're not going to run to a dictionary, or you're not going to go on Google or on, Merriam-Webster online to check it out, because it takes too much time. You can just use context clues. That's way easier, way faster. Context clues are pieces of information in the surrounding text that can help a reader discover the meaning of an unfamiliar word. They're like little hints, like you can just find and scope out on your own to help you figure out what a word that you've never seen before means. So you're kind of like a detective, like hunting for clues and hunting for hints throughout like whatever you're reading. There's three types of context clues. You have direct definition context clues, where the definition of the word you don't understand immediately follows the word that you don't understand. Like for instance, the woolly mammoth, a huge prehistoric hairy elephant, were found in northern Asia, Europe, and North America. If you don't know what the word woolly mammoth means, you don't have to go look in the glossary of your science textbook for a definition, or your history textbook, or whatever it is. You can just, it states it right after the word. It's a huge prehistoric hairy elephant, right there. The second kind of context clues is a synonym context clue. That's where you find a word that is similar to or means exactly what the word you're trying to figure out means. In this sentence, it says, Mary was flabbergasted when she found the flowers on her table. She didn't know who could have given her a surprise gift. Now, if you've never seen flabbergasted in your life before, you may look at it and think, hey, what kind of word is that? I have no idea what that is. But if you keep reading, it says, she didn't know who could have given her a surprise gift. And if she's flabbergasted after getting a surprise gift, you can infer or reason that if it's a surprise gift, flabbergasted means it's she's like nicely surprised. And moving on, we have the third type of context clue, which is your anonym context clues. This is the opposite of synonym context clues. This is where you find a word or a phrase that is the opposite of the word that you don't know. In this example, John had an innate ability to play the guitar. On the other hand, his brother Mark struggled to master the most basic musical concepts. If you don't know what innate is, and you can't find any similar words in the preceding or the following areas of the paragraph or sentences, you can look at these two sentences here. On the other hand, clues you in that it's going to be the opposite of what we're talking about. And struggle to master the most basic musical concepts gives you an idea that, unlike his brother John, Mark can't play music very well, or he doesn't have a natural ability. And with that information, you can figure out that innate means like a natural ability. And that wraps up context clues. We have a cheer to help you remember this. So I'm going to say each of these one time, and then you guys are going to repeat after me with what I'm saying. If you see a word you know that helps you learn a word that's new, then stop and use context clues. All right, now you guys.
If you see a word you know that helps you learn a word that's new, then stop, use context clues.
All right, good. If you find a synonym of a word that's new to you, then stop, use context clues. All right, if you find a synonym of a word that's new to you, then stop, use context clues. Same thing except with antonym. If you find an antonym of a word that's new to you, then stop, use context clues.
If you find an antonym of a word that's new to you, then stop, use context clues.
And that wraps up context clues for today.